Now you remember on that dark and stormy night with the thunder going and the lightning strikes. Always remember what Hijo del Hobo, El Vagabundo, and El Hobo Gato always said, you know what? The check is in the mail. Right, Cheesefoot? Why'd you give them the middle claw again? No bien. No bien. Boom, 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 boom. Bonk. Ah. Oh. El Hobo Gato strikes again. Bien, 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 bien. Y aquí ahora nos siguen los emparros. NWA Wrestling. For it is I, the one, the only, I am Hijo del Hobo, El Vagabundo. Dos. And if you hear, I had to change the volume a little bit because of all the thunder. I'd say the thunder from the under, but I'm not south. Well, I am south of the Mason-Dixon line, but I'm not south of the equator. How does that work out? I don't know. Again, I'm here to talk about NWA Wrestling because it's hard times, baby. Male noche. But bien, bien, bien. Yeah, so this episode of NWA did not feature any women. I have a theory about that. Dos episodes ago, there was a little wardrobe malfunction. And the people from Comet TV said, no. Cannot have that. Nada. Zilch. On our channel. I wish I could have that on my channel. And there's an Hobo Gato. Oh, there she is. Yep, exploring stuff. She kind of gets spooked a little bit by the lightning, so she just wants to be around me. I'm not too sure. Whoa, there's another. Mala noche. But I am courageous. Bien. Yep, and there she goes. Yep, to go find a nice little hidey spot. And I still have to make pizza because it is red wine and pizza side Friday. For this guy, at least. But yes, wait, what was I talking? NWA. So they had, again, a little wardrobe malfunction by the one lady of the ring. And then they did have Greta versus Natasha something. And, well, yes. Even though I couldn't see the whole match, because actually this time I get to see the whole show. Which is nice, because I don't have to open in the morning. Or wake up. I had a early hour. Though I do have to check the tire pressure of the truck because that one tire is kind of funky. Uh-oh. That's not good. Experienced a little power failure glitch there. So I better make this video quick. But again, this NWA featured a lot though. Again, the Southern gentlemen are in Vive la France. Bien. I better get this in too because there are a lot of brownouts. Or I don't know if it's that one light bulb. But yeah. So they are in France wrestling. And they'll show us the tape matches later. Again, fun show. I like the fact that the light lost to the royal court. Yes. Because they are royalty. King Trevor Murdoch, the Squire, the Duke, and the Necromancer. The Necromancer produced the Green Mist. If you're a wizard, you have to miss someone. So that's good. That's fun. Again, really fun show. There was a change in the one title. Slade, I think, who holds the title, lost. The big short Jack guy lost. But that, again, good match. NWA has so much going for it right now. They're riding that power wagon. I want to see them come to Florida. Not to Tampa, Florida, because that's on the other side of the state. I want to see them come to my hometown of Daytona Beach. So that would be awesome. Where else could they come? They could come to depends on Jacksonville. But definitely Daytona Beach. And I think in a couple of months, there is the ALW. It's not September. I think it's like in November. ALW comes to town, and then who cares about AEW being at the end of this month? You want to see Triple A, Triple Mania. Hopefully I get to watch that. I have no idea. It all depends on my work schedule, which is odd. But again, also, so last weekend I just made plain simple Mediterranean burgers. I just put pickles on it. Don't need to know how to make that. So, in order to substitute that, I'm going to show you folks how to make a cherry cola float cream pie. Bien, bien, bien. And then I'll be making Romo burgers. I don't know what I feel like doing next week. Maybe just regular burgers again, because I only have one more. I only have 4 rolls left. Oh, bien, 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 bien. So yeah, so I'm going to finish up the cheeseburgers, and then it is September sandwich month. So again, I'll be making all different kinds of cold sandwiches. The Susie Supreme sandwich, the Tina Decker sandwich. I might even just go with a very traditional BLT sub. Ooh, that sounds good. And maybe to wind up the month. Oh, that's just that stupid light bulb. Okay, good. Maybe I'll make a Duval special. So yeah. Bien, bien, bien. So again, enjoy this episode, these highlights of the NWA. The other thing I will mention, I do appreciate the fact that Lockjaw, even in an interview, doesn't say anything. Because remember, he had his jaw wired shut. He's a steel jaw there and can't move it. I like that. Staying in character is good. So again, enjoy this episode of the NWA and how to make a cherry cola float cream pie.
Big clotheslines, and he just stood there and looked at him.
We're pumping the brakes. Coming off the ropes, full of steam with a drop kick. Sends Dion to the outside.
The Buster, how you guys doing?
Yeah, we're doing fantastic.
Lockjaw, I wanted to ask you about your match last week with Jack and I know you.
No, new NWA superstar.
I wanted to ask you about your match last week with Jack and Eddie. You beat them almost single-handedly. The Buster was there as well, but...
They know we smashed them and we dashed them.
I guess considering you guys are looking to be in line for the U.S. Tag Team titles.
USA! Joined in the ring right now by the NWA World Heavyweight Champion himself. This is the thriller, Silas Mason! Silas, the crowd is behind you, and next week on NWA Power, it all comes down to this hard times 6. Someone even said it's hard times 4 to 6, as you will meet your former partner, Kerry Morton, in the ring as he challenges for the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. This is beyond personal, and I just need to get your thoughts for a Billy. With a trim on everything else, what is on the champ's mind? What do you know, Carl Davis? I've been traveling all around this beautiful city trying to find that no-good scumbag, Kerry Morton. I've been to South Atlanta. I've been to East Atlanta. Hell, I went down to Boulevard and that two-minute trick wouldn't even show up there.
Here we are, smack dab in the middle of France. Okay, it's actually same thing. Okay, same thing. Anyway, in the Netherlands, NWA World Tag Team Championship will be defended this very night. And again, everything we do is 100%. KC? Oh, look.
Because it might happen next week.
He wants it. He can get it. You know, I'm an inevitable guy. When I step inside a professional wrestler, any wrestling ring, they look at me. Everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, the power match is involved in a 20-minute time limit. Making his long-awaited in-ring return, he is the Prince of Old School,
Welcome home, Colby Corino. What a journey it has been for Colby Corino, undergoing emergency neck and back surgery in July of last year.
and his opponent already in the ring. This is the unforgettable Ashton Ray.
And Axton Ray is probably looking to spoil a bit of that homecoming, but a show of sportsmanship between two men who know each other very well, Dan.
Oh, they do, and that
Task for Colby Corino, who is 100% medically cleared, but still going through something, a surgery that fused his C3 to C5 vertebrae. He's got 6 screws secured to a metal plate on those vertebrae, and he'll have that for the rest of his life.
Indeed, he will, and this is okay. Colby said try that again. Okay, all right. Oh!
Tim, you've been a man and a champion who's had to bounce back from a number of injuries. What do you think's going through the mind of Corino?
Well, I'll tell you one of the things that I've noticed that it scares me a little bit. On that, Kobe got knocked back in the ropes, and just that slight half-inch hit the back of his head could make all the difference in the world. Could loosen that injury back up, and you don't want that. So right now, he's going to have to fight the battle of, does he protect the injury or does he go all out? Because I learned early on, if you try to protect the injury, that's how you get hurt.
Oh, man, what a move by Colby. Ricochet into the cover. Oh, well, looks like in the downtime, Colby Corino's added some more moves to his repertoire.
And that looks like he got a lot of rust, even though he's been out almost a year.
Well, you know that entire year he's been chomping to get back.
You're gonna make them do just what you're gonna make them believe, baby.
Next woman.
Hear ye, on this 6th of NWA Hard Times. I am your king, Trevor Murdoch the First, and I am the king of pro wrestling. These are my solemn decrees. To my right is a man that has been my partner in battle for years now. victory after victory after victory. We have shed blood in the kingdom of pro wrestling. We are the Royal Guard.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after that incredible...
The app is fantastic, and the rest, the app why? Right now it's forever yearning. Because I'm forever yearning for another challenge, another bracket. I've been across the world, I've done wrestling, and I've done wrestling my way. And a lot of people go, Effie, you talk, but the people who pay attention know that I am walk, and I am now walking into the NWA to prove that Effie can take the brand to new heights, can expand the brand, and next week I get to face one of the strongest men in all of wrestling. I'm taking on Kratos, and Effie is going to show Kratos and the rest of the NWA exactly how wild it gets when Effie is...
You're the one that figured 1, 2, 3 pin. You're the one that usually gets pinned. Okay, baby. Oh. You don't mean that. You know what? I do this time, actually.
Why don't we just go see if they'll give them back to us? They've had them long enough. Yeah. Let's go. All right. Yeah.
And we have the newest member, Jacob the Necromancer, who will not be involved in the six-man tag team match, still hanging out on the outside. And Mims, of course, joining forces with the Light, of which I have absolutely no notes for. And I apologize to people. I usually like to come as prepared as possible. I don't even have individual names. And actually, if you go way back on NWA Power, perhaps back to the first season, you'll see matches with just Trevor versus Mims when he was very early on in his career. Yeah, but Trevor retired. This is the king. Yeah, this is a whole different ball game. Whole different kingdom, you could say.
No,
This also isn't the same Mims either. Yeah, very different.
You can see King Trevor's different in everything he does. Oh, what's that?
Hey,
Hey, you don't touch the key.
King's not ready to take a shot. He might be in the ring. Oh boy, what a kick to the midsection.
I said, what training session? And you told me I don't have the skill, I don't have the guts, I don't have the courage to step in there with you. Well, you know what I think? I think your mouth wrote a check that your body can't cash. So when we're...
The following matches will go with a 20-minute time limit. As for the NWA National Heavyweight Championship, introducing first the challenger, hailing from Quinlan, Florida, he is the Elizabeth Hill, Brian Carter.
It's main event time here.
There we go. Look at this. Aaron Stephenberg, the Sunday best friend.
Taz.
Aaron Stevens, representing the Federation of Champions. He is the NWA National Heavyweight Champion. He is the human punching machine, Mike Monger.
Deal Machine, you are 100% right. It is cut check time, and I have to admit, I'm a little surprised to see Aaron Stevens out here. He is still on such thin ice for all of the antics that he has played in recent matches with the MOC. I think that's ridiculous. I mean, he's really good. It's an all-out brawl. And a double leg takedown.
Takedown, out, up right out.
Quick transitions there. And those massive arms of Mondo just mauling the looks to kill. Yeah, I mean, Mondo, look at brother. He's a walking muscle. You know, he can finish Brian off with a headlock if he wanted to, if he got a good grip on it. I mean, look at this
He
thing.
looks staggered, though. It looks like
One of those
Brian
punches.
out. Did Brian out get the best of that
I'm
exchange?
feeling a little there. Chops to the chest. Okay. Set in the corner. Okay, Brian on the attack. Yeah, but how long can you keep this up, Joe? It's only a matter of time.
Double underhook, overhead suplex. That's nice.
Brian Idol in the driver's seat right now. Gonna have to keep that pressure on Mondo. Been such a dominant force as our national heavyweight champion. As Brian, shoulder first. He's screaming.
Hey boy, work. For those of you old enough, that was the Swedish Chef's music. For I am not the Swedish Chef, however, I am the one, the only, I am a Hobo Tom. And what you see here, I'm going to try to create or recreate a recipe I saw that looked utterly amazing on the internet, on Google, and that is, I'm going to try to make a cherry cola. I'll call it a cherry cola, because I don't have cherry Coke, I just have cherry cola. I'm going to try to make a cherry cola float cream pie. Couple of the ingredients you need. So, of course, if you're making cherry cola, anything cherry cola needs, obviously, cherry cola. Instant pudding. I was lazy. They told me to make my own pie shells. I don't have the patience for that. I just got a bunch of pie shells, just a graham cracker. They did not have Oreo pie shells, so I just got the gluten-free chocolate pie shells. And if I have any left over for myself, I have some mini pie shells. Confectioner's powdered sugar, heavy cream. Yes, whipping cream. I have no idea what the difference is. You can make a chantilly yourself. Again, this is pretty labor-intensive. I think I have to change that whip up, but I'm not too sure. We'll find out shortly. It doesn't tell you what directions to use. I'm just going to use some good old-fashioned Cool Whip topping. This is going to go back in the fridge until I really need it. Everything else is going to be kind of used now. Got some space for my pies. I have to go see a couple people, drop off some pies for them. Mainly my mom, because she's just getting over surgery. It's a nice thing to make a pie for your mother. Got my mixer all set. And let's see, let's start making pies. So I did write down the directions. I'm going to have to do this quickly in my head because I'm going to multiply by 4 because this is for 1. So it's 1 cup cherry cola, 2 cups heavy, I might need more heavy cream. Oh, we'll see. We'll see how many cups that is. I might wind up using the whole thing. Let's see here. Pudding vanilla. There's 4 of them. Again, times 4 is pretty easy to do. Just one. There's a 4-pack. Powdered sugar, 3/4 of a cup. I'll have to do the math. And then we use cherry cola concentrate, which I'm going to make shortly. Cool Whip. And yeah, I have a whole bunch of numbers over there. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go, because I'm going to be making cherry cola concentrate. Get a old saucepan, tomorrow's soup pan. Put that right there on the stove. And the way you make a very simple concentrate. It is so simple and easy, folks. Who needs to take the cherry cola? Ooh, cola. Open that up. You literally just pour it on in. I've done this with root beer before when I make a root beer glaze. It's like, cause I know what I'm doing. So you're going to reduce to about half. You do want it nice and syrupy. And very simple with that. Oh, wrong button. I'm going to put it on 8. Let's see the heating element start. And we'll be back once this boils, because everything else is kind of plain and already. In fact, I'm going to do some calculations so I can figure out what's 4 3/4. But yep, I'll be back. Yes, I kind of broke down a little bit. I did decide to give Chispa a little treat of heavy cream. So you can't smell this, but right now we have our cherry cola reducing. If I just take this off the heat for a second, it's gone down a little bit. I'm going to make this a little bit more concentrated. I want to reduce. You can kind of see the line where it started. And we're just going to reduce that a little bit more. We're almost there. And I decided to take a video of my cat. I left her some cream. Okay, so as you can tell, whoa, look at that reduction. That's pretty cool. Letting it cool down. I don't want to let it cool down too much. So I got it a little bit more concentrated. Got about a reduction of half. You can kind of see, maybe I just have a better perspective of where it was versus where it is now. And I think the only thing I did, I changed because it's supposed to be a cherry cola float cream pie. Put the whipper on. And I did my calculations for the jump to light speed. Now I just calculated I need 4 cups of cherry cola, 8 cups heavy cream, pudding. I have all the pudding I need. What was it? 3 cups of, because I remember doing that math, it's 3 cups. Three cups of powdered sugar, which makes sense because if I'm doing 4, it's 150, yep, so that's 3. And roughly a quarter, instead of a couple tablespoons, I'll just use a whole quarter cup. Put my quarter cup there. And my well-used 1 cup there. Yep, 1 cup. So we're going to let that cool off a little bit. That'll be the last ingredient we measure out. So let's see here. Let's start building this concoction. Probably see the whole thing of heavy cream right there. Move that a little bit. So into the mixer. This all depends on how you feel like doing things. Whoa! Earthquake now. Yep, there we go. Back to recording. Just kind of a little bump there. That, I do have my towel ready. Yeah, that actually reduced quite a bit down. So we're going to let that cool off just a little bit. We're not going to let it solidify. So, I'm going to go wet first. So with wet, I'm going to add 4 cups of cherry cola. You might not see me pour this stuff because I'm pouring it over the sink. You want to be a little bit neat. So you need 4 cups cherry cola. I'm not going to bartend. I can bartend it over. You can see that. I don't know if I'm in range or not. I might have some left over for dinner or snack. That's good. Just rinse this out. My 4 cups of cola are in there. Give it a quick rinse. And 4 cups of cola. I just want to make this busy enough. But yep, so I have the ingredients in there now. I'll try and keep a better eye on that. Because I know it does go quiet after a little bit. It's not really moving around. It kind of goes into dead mode. Let's have that propped up. Good thing is I'm just kind of adding stuff in. What the hey is going on? There we go. Yep. And then one more. Hopefully I didn't overfill my mixer, because I know most people do not like to put mixers over a certain limit. I do not know about that. I have not done a lot of baking. I will do cooking, but not a lot of baking. So it makes things a little bit different. So 4 packages of pudding. Be a good chef and clean up my mess before I go any steps further. And now I'm going to take a concentrate, which actually has gone down quite a bit. I will show you this, I hope. Without burning myself. About a quarter cup. And all this can go back down the sink. I don't want to give that a thorough wash because that is super syrupy now. Now, this is the part I'm not sure about. You can go up very quickly. Going to lower, head down, lock that in place. Plugging it in would help. Oh, the other ingredient I'm adding to this, kind of more so as a topping, I just got some Marciano cherries. I figured it would make it look pretty. And we're going to see how this goes. Let's see here. Got a nice low heat. It's kind of frothing up a little bit. That might be from the cherry cola, though. I'm not too sure how thick it's supposed to get. It doesn't look liquidy. And I haven't used instant pudding in so long. I forget how long it's supposed to take. So let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's take a look at one of these boxes and see what the box says. Let's see what the supposed expert says. How to use this. So there is food starch that'll make it go. Some other stuff. Is that gonna make it? Instant pudding pie filling. Directions. Pudding, mix, and milk. Mix with 2 minutes. Pudding will be soft set in 5. And all the directions are kind of right there. So we're going to whisk this for 2 minutes. We're going to go a little bit longer. Again, I like doing stuff a little bit longer. Do not want to have powder on my cabinet. Heaven forbid someone comes in and they find powder all over the place. Might not think the best of it. Go up here to the official timer. So when it is 11, oh wow, yep, when it's 11:05, you shall stop things. But again, that's actually mixing up pretty good. While that's mixing up, I'm going to start preparing the pie shells. These are instant, so I don't even have to cook these. I'm going to take off the aluminum. I don't need these cooking directions. Oh! Using a fork. Ready to use, so that doesn't matter. So I'm just going to take these pie shells off. Let me see how that feels very quickly. Yeah, I'm going to put them in the oven just literally for just a couple of minutes. On this one pie shell, it does say, it just feels really soft too, which is weird. I might bring one to work. Say, here, I need guinea pigs. Here's free food. What does this say? Serving instructions. You know, it says nothing about cooking. So therefore, while that's mixing, I'm going to start prepping my pie crusts. So you can hear in the background the rum, rum, rum of the machine. Remember, one of these is for me, one of these is for my parents, one of these are going to be for my guinea pigs, I mean co-workers. And then it never hurts to have a spare one. I'm going to keep those lids open. I'll put those on in reverse. And just, oh, that actually works. I just realized something. With these pie lids, the way I'm making this, if, I'm just going to take this off though. You can see that, take off the sticky stuff. I'm going to save these, because with this, I just realized you can just do this, and voila, you have your own portable serving container. Oh wow, look at this stuff get fixed. So, that went quicker than I thought. It is now, whoa, an extra hour. You can actually see it get way thick. So that is pretty cool. So I'm going to turn that off, unlock this. It's going to kind of drip, and drizzle. That's pretty cool. I'm going to set this back up. I'm going to get a spatula because I think I'm going to need to spatula some of this into pans. And let's see here. Where's the... Oh, there's a small spatula. You can use any size spatula. I'm not using my big Christmas ones. Basic spatula. If you hear music in the background, I'm actually playing some dubstep music. Actually, that poured out really smooth, just a little bit on the crust. I'm actually shocked. That's actually really good. So, undi di vundi poi di kusht. I'll put the lid on you. Stick you over there. Put a little bit less in. Wow. I really filled that one pie crust up pretty good. I might only have 3 pies. It means that one extra one. That was smart that I did it this way, because now I take this off. Take it with the sticky stuffy out. These are chocolate pies. Yeah, this is why I have the spatula to get all this goodness out. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use as a test sample. I'm going to use myself as a guinea pig, I guess. I just got some mini shells. Figure it can't hurt. There's more stuff left over. I'm impressed, which is pretty good. And they're all looking pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna make another little mini pie. We'll put that on top. Yeah, I want to get as much usable. This actually came out. What the heck's that? I don't know what that is. Oh, man, it's gonna be mine anyway, so I don't care. Instead of having 2 pies for me, which is probably a terrible idea, so it's 1 pie for me. Yeah, that's really good. That's a good amount of stuff. Into the sink he goes with some palm malt. I'm going to start that cleaning process right now. Clean up the mess, the thorough mess I made. That can go in the dishwasher. Dishwasher. Dishwasher, washing. Washing. Mr. Washy. This will go eventually in the dishwasher. I guess you could lick this off if you wanted to, because that's going in the dishwasher as well. Because there's no egg product. So now, just to show you what I'm going to do, use a mini pie first. Take it open the refrigerator. These you do want to refrigerate as long as possible before you put the cream topping. You want this stuff to set. I'm going to just put that, find a shelf for you right there. And I'm going to do the rest with the other pies. And so on and so forth, and I'll keep that one additional pie crust. We'll be back in a couple hours to see how this stuff sets up, and then top with the chantilly cream. The only reason I'm letting this cool for about 2 hours is I remember I did put that hot liquid in there, and I'm not too sure how that's going to interact, so I'd rather have it cool off, and then it will super cool for kind of a whole day. So we'll see how things go. We'll be back. Time for me to clean up. I am back, folks. So the main thing was you want to let everything set. So I'm going to get a Undi spatula. I'm going to take out one because really I'm doing the same thing to everything. So there's no need to figure out everything. So look at that delicious, delicioso creme. Look at how beautiful that looks. So now really we're just going to pretty it up. And what I mean by prettying it up, I'm going to put a little topping on top. Yes. There's a Cool Whip on top, yes. You can make your own cream, you can make your own whip topping if you want. Again, this was kind of labor intensive. So I'm just like, yeah, whatever's going to be easiest right now. I'm cool with. Hopefully this stuff didn't freeze too much. They got a good old scooping, like a spatula. Actually, I saw this done in the bakery where they spin this. Therefore, it smooths out everything. If I need a little bit more, I'm good with that. Smooth out. You don't want too much. I don't know. Is that a weird thing? You don't want too much cream, but you want enough. I've been trying to do it professionally. And one friend would have probably critiqued my work saying, that's okay though. Take it kind of right to the edge. My very non-perfect form. Smooth things out a little bit. I got a little crust on top. That's forgivable. I'm going to save that because I have a couple more to do. Get the Marciano cherries. Io sono Marcano. Oh, are you sealed already? Oops, I forgot to take the plastic off. Oh well, do this the hard way, baby. The only way I'm good at doing stuff. It's the hard way. So I'm going to stem the cherries. And I'm going to be creative. I'm going to put them kind of in the middle. People put them in the end. Honestly, it doesn't matter. If you get a little cherry juice, if you want to kind of space them out a little bit, and I'll show you what I mean, so that you can kind of cut between the cherries. Maybe 1, 2, 3. That's pretty good. Some Ha! And if you're going to make a cherry Coke pie, you might as well have cherries on top. 6, that's actually pretty good looking. This is kind of the end product. That actually looks pretty darn good. I'm going to make mine, going to make the others, and then I'm going to call it night. I'll show you a picture at the very end of what a personal size one looks like. That looks good though.